Welcome back to the Chatting Average, a top 25 MLB podcast on feedspot.com. This week, our presenting sponsor is the three of us. We're still here. We're still cooking.
Leave all of that in. Leave all of this in, AJ.
We've got John, Adam, and me. And today, we're talking about John's favorite division in baseball, the division that caused the Atlanta Braves to go 76-86 last year, the National League East. But first, I believe Adam has something to completely derail all of our plans, which is, I'm sure, what happened in a country earlier this week.
I have no idea what you could possibly be referencing. I'm going to need both of you gentlemen to direct yourselves to the X application, also known as Twitter, for those of you that still have morals.
Do I have to?
I sent you a tweet from Kevin Youkilis.
Ah.
Mr. Sansoni, would you like to describe what you're seeing on your screen right now?
This is PTFO.
So,
Describe what I'm showing you. Can you please say it so I don't have to?
a tweet from 10:45 a.m. Reaching 1 million views from this morning from Kevin Youkilis at Greek God of Hops.
I was gonna say I would like to point out that his username is Greek God, yet he is John.
He is playing he is coaching with the Israeli national baseball team. The body of the tweet says, quote, Jew crew, ! Yalla, and then at IL baseball. The pictures included are a picture of Kevin Youkilis holding his phone out in front of him like this.
Just the worst, most unflattering angle you've maybe ever seen.
With a blue Israel WBC cap and a blue T-shirt with a AI-generated graphic that says Jew Crew Israel Baseball, with himself at the center, who I can only assume is Dean Kramer on his left, our right. It looks kind of like Dean Kramer, and I could not tell who it was on the right.
It actually looks
Dean Kramer.
It looks more like they put Kevin Youkilis up front and then just auto-generated two human beings on his left and his right.
And then the other picture is the gear for the team from the WBC, including WBC-themed gloves with the Israeli flag right on the strap and a bat that says KY Kai, which I assume is some sort of abbreviation that I do not know because I'm not Jewish.
I'm also not Jewish, and that is not the point that I wanted to dig into, but you guys already did hit the point that I did want to dig in on, which is, who are these AI-generated faces even supposed to be?
I swear one of them is Dean Kramer.
It could be.
But the question then becomes...
Israel WBC roster.
Okay, one of them could 100% be Brad Ausmus, the manager of the team.
That would make sense, considering Youkilis is the bench coach, I think.
Bench coach.
Yeah, but if that was the case, would he not be front and center? Why is the bench coach front and center?
Maybe Brad Ausmus isn't
because who well, Dusty Baker Dusty Baker isn't Nicaraguan. I don't think it really matters.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Is one of these guys Harrison Bader? No.
Actually, is Dusty Baker?
Dude, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a single person.
Surely the one on the right, I think, is supposed to be Brad Ausmus.
Oh. I think one of them is definitely Brad Ausmus.
I think is supposed to be Brad Ausmus. So maybe it is.
The other one might be Dean Kramer. But I really don't know why, because I don't even know if Dean Kramer is a top 5 guy on this team.
But he is almost certainly the ace of the staff, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So Tommy
Kahnle.
Dusty Baker was asked to manage the Nicaraguan national baseball team by Marvin Bernard, a player of his who was the manager previously, and so I guess it doesn't really matter. But
Is there a reason why the next best option was Dusty Baker, who is at my count now 964 years old?
well, I imagine he's just bored.
I'll apologize. He's only 76. He hasn't coached baseball in 3 years. He hasn't coached a good baseball team in 6 years.
Look, maybe he just needs something to do. Have you ever been bored, John?
Oh, no.
That's actually a very valid point, dude. Boredom is an epidemic in this day and age.
I have a new question.
Please.
I'm going to read you a headline from the Chicago Sun-Times.
Oh, no.
No.
Darren Baker, Dusty's son, trying to make a name for himself with White Sox.
Yeah, what about it?
Dusty Baker is 76 years old. How old is Darren Baker?
Like 26.
I feel like he had a kid really late.
Okay, he's 27, so he had a kid at 49, approximately.
I mean, that's not... I mean...
We don't know how old his wife is. But
The chatting average investigates.
the chatting average investigates. John, can you please show me what you see in these two pictures?
The chatting average finds
Point
out.
of view is
The chatting average finds out.
we have in front of us 40,000 pages of baseball reference sheets.
And this... Oh, my God. This one has the Los Angeles Clippers.
Adam, please open that manila envelope that you have in front of you.
You'll read Rob Manfred, and I'll read former Houston Astros bench
You
coach
read the
AJ
blue
Hinch.
bubbles, I'll read the gray bubbles.
This is extremely niche content.
Bro, real Torre heads.
TFO is
Real-
like one of the most watched podcasts in the world.
Real
It's really
Torre.
not that niche.
Listen, so are we, according to multiple.
Real
online
Torre adores no. Real Torre adores no.
Toreadors.
Wait, did I miss that? Is that what we're calling ourselves? I liked. There were some other options that I liked better than Toreadors.
Which I thought was hilarious.
Yes. All right. The chatting average may not be finding out the Kawhi Leonard and aspiration LA Clippers Steve Ballmer scandal, or we also won't be looking into the Jeffrey Epstein files yet.
Yes.
That's what 3 weeks from now is for, the week before the season starts.
True.
Can't
That's
wait
why
to
we
find
got
out
that.
John Sansoni is in the Epstein files.
I am not. I do not say that.
We are unfortunately also not doing share and tell with Katie Nolan. We are looking into just
We
about.
are, though, also all rated 5 stars on WikiFeet. That is something we have in common with Katie Nolan.
If
How-
I
how
remember
do you
from the
know?
last episode, she said she's a 4.97. Anyway, at the NL East,
Why do you
the
remember that?
Philadelphia Phillies were atop the league with 96 wins, 66 losses. They lost to the Dodgers in the NLDS. The New York Mets, 83 and 79, 0 games back in the wild card, but they didn't make it because they suck. The Miami Marlins, 79 and 83, 4 games back in the wild card, and I have something to complain about when we get to them. The Atlanta Braves, hot Atlanta, 76 and 86, 7 games back in the wild card. The worst season John Sansoni has seen since he was like 15. Washington Nationals, 66 and 96 in the fifth spot there. We won't be talking about them. They did not do anything this offseason. 17 games back in the wild card. We will all be giving our over-under for their, if I remember right, 65 and a half wins, and I'm sure we'll all give the under there. The Philadelphia Phillies, I guess we'll start off first, correct?
I suppose we will.
Sure.
Unless anybody has anything else you'd like to derail the podcast with. John Sansoni,
I will quickly say, I think there's a very little chance that we get until the third team in the division before you have something to complain about, but that's beside the point.
Honestly, I don't think so. Like, the Miami Marlins pissed me off when I did this prep. I won't lie. That's an FCC violation. Thank God we're not on KCOU. I hear that station's gone to hell since John Sansoni took over.
What's going on today,
I'm sorry.
John?
I had a Red Bull earlier.
You can tell.
I also,
right?
while I was reading all that off, I looked up John Sansoni on WikiFeet. 3.2. The additions for the Phillies this offseason: Adolis Garcia, Brad Keller, Jonathan Bolin, Zach Pop, Zach McCambley, and Brian De La Cruz is an NRI. Because why not? Now, that's not that exciting. However, they did some work in the offseason with re-signing some guys. Kyle Schwarber, he's back. JT Realmuto, he's back. Tim Meza and Lou Trevino also back in the bullpen. They get Ranger Suarez, Harrison Bader, Joe Ross, Walker Buehler, Jordan Romano all leave. Max Kepler still unsigned. He will be hitting home runs at Coors Field later this year. Yeah. Thoughts on this team? Thoughts on this offseason?
The conversation that surrounded the Phillies when we were having this conversation this time last year was, all right, we've got a core of aging veterans. How many years does this core have left? And as we look at it now, the answer was 1, because Castellanos is gone.
This is a team.
How did Castellanos? Did he get traded?
No, he just
No.
got released and signed with San Diego.
He got released. That's why he's not on here, because he also doesn't matter. As he hits a home run. John?
Now, this team is not without immediate controversy because Johan Rojas was just removed from the Dominican Republic's roster for the WBC amid rumors that he is about to get popped for PEDs, which already doesn't help because your three options are in the opening day outfield: Brandon Marsh, Justin Crawford, who is a prospect that is very likely to break camp and, is young, so you don't know what you're going to get from him. And then Adolis Garcia, coming off one of the worst seasons, probably the worst season of his career in right field. Not to mention that you immediately just lost your backup outfielder. So who's your best option there? Like Weston Wilson? Is he even still on that team? It's not going to be good.
Brian De La Cruz. It's Brian De La Cruz.
Good God. And Brian De La Cruz. Listen, and as someone who watched Brian De La Cruz for an extended stint last season, look, I mean this in the nicest way. You have to have a better fourth outfielder than Brian De La Cruz.
They do have some options in the outfield in the minors. Sorry. Gabriel Ricones Jr. and then
Ricones,
Pedro Leon, who has MLB service time. He was waived by Baltimore earlier. Well,
yeah, and he was a big prospect out in Houston as well.
This season.
Right. So those two guys are options. Brian De La Cruz is an option. Technically,
The same way that Arby's is an option. Yeah, I could.
My question would be, they're not going to make Schwarber go out there and play the outfield.
No, oh my God, no. Remember that one time Jesse Winker played 3 innings of work and then immediately got injured? I imagine it's going to be a lot worse because Jesse Winker played the field a lot more recently. They tried to move Kyle Schwarber to first base back when he got traded to the Red Sox. Remember that?
Yeah.
No.
So my thing with this team is that this team no longer excites me because, I think Adam said, it's not 2022. However, I don't know if there's a team better than them in this division. Because the Mets on paper are a better team, but they're the Mets, and they will somehow only win 83 games. Unless you want to buy into my theory that Pete Alonso is a locker room cancer, and and it's time to win 110. I don't think that's true, though. So we'll find out when the Baltimore Orioles have the same exact season as they did last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
The rotation's still good. I have no issues with this rotation. Zach
Oh,
Wheeler should be back at some point. I don't really know what the return time on thoracic outlet depression surgery is.
Took a rib out. He keeps it in his closet.
Is that actually what they did?
Yep.
Yeah, it was kind of. Have you seen the pictures? It's kind of disgusting.
It's like a cleaned rib he keeps in his closet. He didn't even like frame it. Like it's in his closet. He just asked the doctor like, "Can I have it?" He's like, "Sure."
Would you not do the same thing?
It's my rib. What am I gonna do with it?
Hold on to it, like.
It's not like a trophy. It's like, oh yeah, this is my rib. You know, I won this. Like everyone has ribs. It's not a trophy. Like I got plenty right here.
Yeah. Are they all on the outside of your body though? No.
I'm wearing a hoodie for a reason, man.
Yeah, it grafts the bones inside the body.
This is my skin. Ow.
Did nobody take a picture of the rib? Because I can't find it. Zach Wheeler injury timeline.
That's what? I like how you're looking for a picture of the rib and went for injury timeline as your search.
Well, yeah, because I couldn't find the rib, so I gave up.
He gave you
He had a blood clot, guys, in his rib. Because that doesn't. Does that make sense?
You do realize bones are full of blood, right?
Correct.
Like, all right, we cannot keep doing osteopathic medicine.
Should we bring my sister in?
No.
He is projected to return in April or May, so he'll be back, and that just makes this this rotation awesome.
Because you immediately kick, yeah.
My thing about this is it's so weird because that lineup is old. You know what? Let me see who the youngest guy of this the core is here.
A couple years old.
What are we considering the core? Bryson Stott's 28. Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber are both 33. Trey Turner 32.7 years old. However that works out.
I still can't believe they're lining up JT Realmuto to catch 120 games this year.
That's what I'm saying too, but where do you put him if not?
And that's the fucking issue. Trade block.
Yeah,
okay,
this
I agree.
There's so many parts that are past their prime. There's so many depreciating assets that at a certain point, the whole thing is a sunk cost, and you need to retool and you need to restart. And again, this is the conversation we were having last year. But I think this timeline has progressed a lot. I think last year gave us a lot of clarity as to, these guys are right at the edge of the hill, and I think this is the year it all goes plummeting over.
But my thing is, I agree. I completely agree. Realmuto should probably be traded this year. They should probably look to trade some other people as well. But can you blame them for running it back?
For
the last 3 years, the Braves have been terrible. The Miami Marlins were only good last year. You have the Nationals in the division. And then you have the New York Mets, who the Phillies have literally counted on to just be falling apart halfway through the year for the last 3 years. And it's worked. So that's my argument is I get what they need to do stuff, but they don't.
They don't, and they never have. The best year that this version of this Phillies team had was the first year when we thought they were maybe a year early hitting their stride, and out of nowhere they went all the way to the World Series. They didn't win the World Series, mind you, but they went all the way there, and they've never been able to replicate that since. And that's because every single offseason they have the opportunity to rebuild. They have the opportunity to package this together, and they keep running it back. And again, this offseason, we're running back the same thing. It's a depreciating asset. It's not going to work.
They got too successful too quickly, and now they think they can replicate it.
Correct.
But honestly, winning teams don't have their biggest offensive ad be Adolis Garcia.
89.5 wins.
Under.
Yeah, under.
Anybody got a number for me? We want to save those till the end, maybe? All right, we'll save those
Those we
till the
can
end.
hold off on those till the end.
Yeah. I don't know. The numbers are the hardest part for me.
Agree.
Me when I'm...
Don't.
What's number dyslexia called?
I don't know, John. Could you spell dyslexia if I asked you to?
Dyslexia.
I'm impressed. I didn't think he was going to get that.
I lived with somebody with it. And one time we went to a movie and there were words upside down and I had to lean over and tell him what it was. The New York Mets finishing second last year with 83 wins, 79 losses. Talk about a team who needed to have an off season. Now they've done this every year for the last however many years. However, they needed an off season and they went out and did it. Bo Bichette, Jorge Polanco, Marcus Semien, Luis Robert Jr., Freddie Peralta, Devin Williams, Luke Weaver, Luis Garcia, Brian Hudson, and Tobias Myers. Sorry, my cat just went insane. They lost out on Dickie Lovelady, Pete Alonso, Edwin Diaz, Cedric Mullins, Tyler Rogers, Griffin Canning, Gregory Soto, Starling Marte, Ryan Hesley, Ryan Stanek, Jose Siri, Nick Madrigal, Drew Smith, Max Kranick, Frankie Montas, and Jesse Winker. And I know we've said this before. I think we can actually field the team with those guys.
Yeah.
Wait, hold
I
on.
think
Hold
we're
on.
missing one guy who could play the infield.
Let me think. You've got 4 outfielders, a first baseman, and 2 infielders.
So one of those guys from the outfield, Jose Siri, welcome to third base. That's not what would happen. Jesse Winker, welcome to third base. And
Jesse Winker, welcome to first base. Pete Alonso, you're playing third.
That's almost certainly what would happen.
Max Kranick, you suck. You're playing shortstop.
Nick Madrigal's going to play shortstop. What are you talking about? He's the only one who's actually
Nick
played
Madrigal
shortstop.
can't throw the ball from shortstop to second base.
But he at least played there.
When?
In the
Where?
minors. At the position between second base and third base.
It's called shortstop. You might have heard.
Minors, shortstop, John Sansoni sounding like he's in those files.
I'm not. I'm not.
Oh my god.
This team grades out to being probably the second best team in the league on paper. Francisco Lindor, Juan Soto, Bo Bichette, Jorge Polanco, Marcus Semien, Brett Beatty, Francisco Alvarez, Luis Robert Jr., and Carson Benji? Anybody know? He's a non-roster invite.
It's Benj.
Could put Tyrone Taylor out there as well.
Dude.
Or everybody's favorite, Mark Viento's still in the lineup here, or on the bench.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
This corner infield defense might be the most atrocious I've ever seen. Holy crap. Have you seen videos of Bo Bichette playing third base?
Yeah. I'd argue,
He's
though,
like
that
running away.
You're
He's like,
Are we sure this is going to be a season-long experiment? Are
No.
we sure that this is going to be a full season thing?
I would like to argue that the middle infield might be most fun. That's good defense.
Now, what makes you say that?
Frankie and Marcus? That's good defense right there. That's
What
going to be a...
version
Huh?
What version of Marcus Semien are we getting? That's the question.
Well, that's a great point. Yeah.
there's a lot of there's a lot of players on this Mets roster that you can say that about, and I think Bo Bichette is a very obvious example. But to an extent, Polanco and Brett Beatty, like Luis Robert, are we sure that these are guys that are playing to their ceilings this year in a Mets uniform? The answer
Hell
is
no.
normal. The answer is normally.
I'd argue probably not, but change of scenery might help some of these guys. I think Marcus Semien and Luis Robert are candidates for good years.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, like,
I think Bo Bichette is still probably one of the best contact hitters in the league. Like,
Yeah, like this is a really fun offensive team. And like this up the middle defense between Lindor, Simeon, and Robert is still really good. I mean, it would have been better like if he got on it like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But also, so anything would have been good if he got on 2 or 3 years ago. I am a little worried. I am a little worried that you're going to force Carson Bench to be good. Now, like this is a lineup that generally is insuring him, right? Because Lindor, Soto, Bichette, Polanco, Simeon are tried and tested, and you could trust them to be the offensive engine. At least two of these players to be the offensive engine of a lineup. To where if Robert and Benj don't provide offense, you can keep them there for their plus defense. You definitely need Francisco Alvarez to take that step forward at this point in his career, because if he starts playing really poorly, you can't be like, yeah, Luis Torrens, you have a starting job.
I
don't know.
would like to point out Ben Rortvet on the bench for them, or in the minors for them. But for the outfield, they have some options in these minor leagues and non-roster invites that could be interesting if they don't want to start with bench. NJ Melendez is on this team. Mike Talkman, Jiwan Bay, Christian Pache, Jose Rojas are all NRIs. Like, there's options to play left field. Or right field, whatever they have him grading out to be, right fielder. But I don't know. Also, why are they putting him in right field? Doesn't Soto play right field?
No, he moved to left, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they're pushing Soto back to left as he slowly eases out of being an incompetent outfielder and eases into being a above average defensive designated hitter.
Gotcha. My only issue, not my only issue, one of my issues with this team, what is this rotation?
That is the point that I wanted to get to originally with the Mets. Like, I'm looking at this rotation and I'm like, very, very skeptical. Because there are several names on this list that give me pause as to how viable this rotation is going to be this year, and not the least of which is Freddie Peralta, the ace that they just went out and acquired, who's somebody who I've been lower on than I think the majority of people for a little while now, but I'm just very curious to see how he works after Milwaukee, because jumping from that ballpark to elsewhere has not been super kind to Milwaukee pitchers in the past. Corbin Burns may be a good example of that recently with his struggles with Orioles. Nolan McLean, to an extent, I have questions about because of, the same questions that you would have anytime you're dealing with. This is a very young player, and you don't necessarily know how well they're going to take to the majors. Obviously, he was good in what he showed last year, but how confident are we that he's going to sustain that over a full season? Are we sure that he's your number 2 caliber starter? Guys like Clay Holmes, guys like Sean Manaea, guys like Kodai Senga, also guys that I think are big-time fall-off candidates. I just see so many question marks in this lineup, or in this rotation rather, that I struggle to see a universe where it works as intended.
Yeah, this is a team that, you can't just wait for Daddy Warbucks Cohen to swing down and be like, you know what, it's time. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna do it all. Really? Like,
That's what he's tried to do for the last however many years.
right. It hasn't worked.
No, I mean, for the roster to still be this mismatch after this many big swings from the Mets, it's honestly impressive. But John, did you have any thoughts you wanted to add specifically on the rotation?
No, it's just bad. I don't like it. I don't understand a 2026 MLB team that has David Peterson as your third best starter. Get Minter up and going because that lat surgery, he should be back. 90.5 wins.
The thing about this division is that somebody's going to have to win the game.
True. There's no ties in baseball. I have them over. I have them finally performing.
I'll say under.
Adam has the Miami Marlins winning the division.
Man, I think they're over, but barely. I think they could put it together, but they're gonna
Can I
have
go
some
a
like
little-
really, yeah.
No, go please.
I think they're gonna have a really crazy trade deadline.
Yeah, probably. It is the Mets. Can I go a little inside baseball for what happened during the Mets part of this podcast?
Please.
So I have this little toy for my cat that is like has a little toy. It's got a little motor. It moves it up and down, and he likes it. Well, it's off right now, and it was off when we started. But he likes to still like play with the toy. He'll like bite it and walk with it, and it'll fly back. Well, he walked into the kitchen with it in his mouth and let go, and it flew up and went into the ceiling fan up here, and just
Oh
started.
my god!
So I can't get it undone like right now, so I figure I'll wait until we're finished. But I cut it so that it's not like, because I can just replace the string and everything. There's a bunch of extras. But right now he's just staring at the cut string that's hanging from the toy, meowing at it. Next up, the 79 and 83 Miami Marlins, and this is the team I would like to complain the most about. In the offseason, they've added Owen Casey, Christopher Morel, Chris Paddock, Pete Fairbanks, John King, Esteury Ruiz. They had nobody become a free agent in the offseason. This team won 79 games last year. This team has not won 79 games in a while.
Correct.
2020, they were maybe close to 500. They only played 60 games that year, so. 79 games is 2 games off 500. Am I correct, gentlemen? Yes, right? Yes.
Yeah.
How did this team do absolutely nothing this offseason in a division that is so unbelievably god-awful?
I mean,
Nothing.
I
You
would-
added nobody. None of these guys matter. I don't care about any of these guys.
It's going to be a very big ad for them personally.
Great. Redhead dude going crazy in the outfield. Great. Christopher Morel is literally a bench player for them. Chris Paddock is their third best starter. That might help them. That's fun. Pete Fairbanks is now their closer. I'll say it again. Pete Fairbanks is now their closer. John King's on the roster, and Esteury Ruiz is in the minors.
I'm waiting for you to say something bad.
This team is bad. I don't understand how they didn't go out and do anything. Like, you are ahead of schedule.
Look. Yes, that's exactly why you wouldn't go out and do anything. Because all the players you have are ahead of schedule. Because they're
Then
developing.
you take advantage of it. You build now.
Who would you
That's just-
replace here? Who would you replace here?
Anybody. Who the hell is Liam Hicks?
The overperforming Rule 5 pick, catcher, first baseman.
Yeah.
Jacob Marcy, high-touted prospect that they got back in the Luis Ariz trade. Xavier
Right.
Edwards, contact hitting second baseman who's also played shortstop. Kyle Stowers, part of the return from that's not Tyler Rogers. It's
No, it was Tyler Rogers. It was Tyler Rogers. No, Trevor
Rogers. Trevor Rogers. Who hit really well for a big stretch of the summer. Agustin Ramirez, your Prince that was promised at catcher unless Joe Mack turns out to be really good.
I very
Griffin-
much like Augustine Ramirez.
Nifty good fantasy pickup.
Griffin Conine, great contact guy who could end up playing significant time in the outfield had they not added Owen Casey, who could easily play center field if Jacob Marcy wasn't there. Liam Hicks is at first base. He could slide back to catcher when Christopher Morel's there. Javier Sanoja, a really young player who's going to get a lot of time in the WBC. Connor Norby, also part of that Trevor Rogers return that is learning third base on the fly. He came up as a second baseman. I'm really high on this
The division
lineup.
is so bad. Dude, you
See,
can't
to
convince
me,
me that
the
this
thing,
team does
though-
anything. There's no leader on this team.
But the thing is, you have prospects at every position. You don't want to block their growth.
It's the Athletics all over again.
Except the Athletics I'm not high on, and they're going to lose 100 games. Not really. They're going to lose 90 games. Like, this team has the opportunity this year to make the playoffs. And their offseason says, well, we got Owen Casey, and that's about it. So I just don't – I feel like they were too complacent. Like, dude, look at this bullpen, man. Look at the bullpen. You're not winning any games with that bullpen.
Yeah, but a bullpen can be assembled across the course of a season. That's the easiest part of the team to build, in my opinion. Like look at the names in this bullpen on opening day, and realistically, if this team makes the postseason, how many of them are still on the roster? Less than half, probably.
I'd assume so. I don't know. This team, I feel like they needed something more than Owen Casey being their biggest offseason get. And
I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, I think there's something to be said for not blocking your prospect growth. I think maybe Miami recognizes that they're still 1 year away from being full-blown contenders. This is still kind of a transition year for a lot of ways, especially because, to an extent, last year, that team kind of overperformed.
well, yeah, they absolutely overperformed. They're ahead of schedule.
I think this year they are giving all of their dudes the opportunity to play out the season to figure out which one of them are fool's gold. And then next offseason they can go out and plug holes. I didn't talk about
Heriberto Hernandez. Fuck. That's not even dramatic. I wanted to talk about Heriberto Hernandez, but
please.
Okay, can I rebuttal what Adam just said first?
Yeah, sure.
That's right. 2026 is the year of giving all of these guys the chance to play the whole season. Except 2025 was the year that literally everybody in this lineup played a majority of the season. So
and it worked.
Why do it twice? Why? But it didn't. You didn't make the playoffs. You didn't finish over 500. So are you just hoping it happens again this year and that the Mets are ass?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's running this team?
That's exactly what they're doing. You got it right.
What was her name? The old GM of the Marlins, when
Kim Ng.
Kim Ng. Yeah, where's she at? This team wouldn't look like this offseason.
She is commissioner of a pro softball league now.
He's gone.
He is gone. But that's the genuine answer. That's the honest to God answer.
Look, all I'm saying.
Dude, I want this team to be good because it is full of a bunch of players I really like. I really like Kyle Stowers. I really like Augustino Ramirez. I really like Griffin Conine. I really like Connor Norby. Owen Casey's a former Cub, so he's got to prove that he doesn't suck. Christopher Morel is cool. Javier Sanoja is probably super fast. Not probably, he is super fast. The bullpen leaves a lot to be desired, mostly because Pete Fairbanks is the closer. I don't know. John, talk about Heriberto Hernandez.
He ended up with 110 OPS plus over 89 games as a primary DH for them. And as someone who I I kind of like seeing, you know, this outfielder who, you know, could easily find time at this DH spot, because last year it was an outfield that was, for most of the year, Kyle Stowers, Dane Myers, and Jesus Sanchez. Now you've got Kyle Stowers, Jacob Marcy, Owen Casey, Heriberto Hernandez, Javier Sanoa. That's a really fun and young five.
Agreed.
So anyway, but I think we've talked about that a lot. This team is fun and young, and who really knows how far that actually gets them.
In a wide open division.
After making all those points, you guys are really gonna hate how many wins I give them later.
In a wide open division, this is the kind of team that it's easy to bet on. I'll put it that way.
Adam making bets in a state that doesn't have it legally? Does it? I don't know. I've never been to
Colorado's
Colorado.
had legal
We're not crossing the continental divide.
4 years now. 4 years
All right,
now.
John, over under 72.5 wins.
Not that I participate.
Over. Not that you participate in what?
Sports betting.
I'm
Adam,
sure.
over under 72.5. I have them over.
Over.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, probably the greatest team to ever exist. The 2025 76 and 86 Atlanta Braves. The team that was so bad at baseball, they even canceled the game at the Speedway for them and said, we don't want you to play it. You're providing horrible, horrible content for Major League Baseball. The Atlanta Braves. In the offseason, they added my favorite ads of the entire last 4 episodes so far. Mike Yastrzemski, Mauricio Dubon, Jonah Heim, Jorge Mateo, Brett Wisely, Robert Suarez, and Ian Hamilton. In the offseason, they re-signed Raisel Iglesias, Tyler Kinley, Hassan Kim, Joel Payamps, Cookie Carrasco, Marcelo Zuna, and then Marcelo Zuna, Cal Quantrill, Jake Fraley, Pierce Johnson, John Brebbia, and Alex Verdugo all say bye to A-Town. And Charlie Morton will re-sign soon because he's Charlie Morton, and he'll decide he wants to keep playing baseball, and it'll probably be in Atlanta for some reason.
Yeah.
John, let's open it up to John.
What? You didn't want to hear what Adam had to say first?
Yeah, before we open it up to John, one thought on Charlie Morton. When you get to be that age, one of the most compelling factors in free agency is, hey man, my stuff's already here.
Hey man, my 18-year-old graduates high school this year. Why would I move her?
It's hard to argue with that logic. Hard to argue with that logic.
This is a team.
Yes! Yay! Good job, John.
That is already getting injured, which is really funny.
Oh, wait,
If
I'm
you're
sorry.
anyone but me.
Can we pause for a second, John? Can I please read out the names that are currently on the...
Yeah, go on. That's fine.
Catcher Sean Murphy had hip labrum surgery in September of last year. Hassan Kim had his hand blown off by a firework or something earlier this year in January.
He slipped on ice.
He slipped on ice and it fell off. Spencer Schwellenbach had arthroscopic elbow surgery to remove bone spurs literally 2 weeks ago. AJ Smith-Shawver is out with Tommy John from early last year. Hurston Waldrop had arthroscopic elbow surgery for bone spurs in February of this year. Joe Jimenez, arthroscopic knee surgery, October of 2025. Danny Young, Tommy John, May of 2025. That is the longest off-season IL I've ever seen.
I hate this. I hate this trading staff. I hate this trading staff so much.
Former White Sox training staff, now the head of Braves trading staff.
And that's the thing, is I hate having to sit here and play if, but your 5 starters right now are Chris Sale, Spencer Strider, Reynaldo Lopez, Grant Holmes, and Bryce Elder. Now, look, Chris Sale is Chris Sale, and he's really good. but is he going to be really good at this point in his career? Spencer Strider, man or mouse, buddy, time to prove it. Reynaldo Lopez coming off of major surgery. Grant Holmes coming off of major surgery. Bryce Elder.
John, I have something to say. Can I add something?
Yeah.
John, or Adam, this may be where we have to take predictions just to piss John off.
Oh boy.
How many games do Martin Perez and Cookie Carrasco combined start for this team?
So as we were talking about this, I was pulling up the Fangraphs depth chart, minor leaguers to know. And I'm looking at the various names. That
JP Ritchie will make full turns in the rotation by April.
That's J.R. Ritchie, first of all.
JR,
It doesn't even know his own
whatever.
Eliezer Hernandez, dude. That's a name I have not thought of in a long time.
Dude, I don't want Martin Perez or Cookie Carrasco starting for my team. Cookie Carrasco gave up 6 runs to the entire Yankees starting lineup a couple days ago in spring training. In a third of an inning. It was bad.
He's almost 39 years old.
Why is he still going? No one's making him do that. He can just stop.
Making him do that is crazy. In 17 years of Major League Baseball. 17
You're allowed
years
to just
of Major
quit.
League Baseball. Please guess his career stat line.
He's got a 4.4 ERA probably.
335 games, 286 games started, 2 career saves, an ERA of 4.22, 112 wins, 105 losses. Don't worry, those losses will be higher at the end of this year. Adam, in 17 years, Cookie Carrasco has racked up how much WAR?
Give me a smooth...
Reminder, he finished top 15 in Cy Young voting twice, top 5 once.
23.7.
In 17 years, Carlos Carrasco, nicknamed Cookie for some reason, has racked up 18.6 WAR.
That's not... I wasn't super far off. I'm happy with that guess.
John, here's what I'm excited to see about this team.
What, the
Braves hate Drake Baldwin, so they won't be using him every day.
Correct.
No. The Braves fans love Drake Baldwin, but the front office hates him for some reason. And they're like, you actually don't get to play because you're too good. So Jonah Heim will be getting starts behind the plate, and I'm excited to see Jonah Heim.
Do not piss me off.
Next up, you have Mike Yastrzemski. We've already talked about this ad. We all like this ad for the Braves. I'm excited to see Mike Yastrzemski play left field at Truist. I'm also excited to see Jurickson and Profar play baseball until week 2 of the season when they pop them for PEDs again. Or, hang on, he's gotten better at hiding the PEDs.
That's only
and
happening in San Diego.
He's gotten better at hiding the PEDs, and he's back to San Diego Padres Jurickson and Profar.
We'll see.
This team has an over-under of 88.5 wins.
I gotta go last. I can't be first.
Under.
I unfortunately am also going to have to take the under here.
Look, if you'll allow me to huff this copium.
With all due respect, I don't even know what the White Sox win total is right now. I'm taking the over. So
I'm going to take the over on this one. Just because I think they can put it together somehow. Somehow. Because not all those injuries are going to be season long. Spencer Schwellenbach will come back sometimes. And Herschel Walker will come back probably. Probably.
I am making a prediction, the first prediction of this episode. Martin Perez and Cookie Carrasco start a combined 20 games for this Atlanta Braves team.
Look,
Mark that in as 20 losses for the Atlanta Braves off rip.
listen, I don't want to say. Look, I need to preface this by saying this is not an actual threat, but if Cookie Carrasco and Martin Perez start 20 games total between the two of them, I am driving to John's house and I'm smacking him upside the head with the heaviest pan he has.
Don't.
And I'm taking his cat.
I mean, did you hear that? You're too stupid. He also more inside baseball. His favorite thing to do with this toy is to watch it, not play with it. All right, the Washington Nationals, dude. This team won 66 games last year and lost a lot of money at the fucking blackjack table. In the offseason, they added Abimelec Ortiz, Joey Weimer, their new ace, Miles Michaelis, Foster Griffin, Richard Dickey Lovelady, Gus Harlan, and Griffin Carey. What is John laughing at?
Nothing.
In free agency, Paul DeYoung, Josh Bell, Colin Poche, Jorge Alfalo, Lucas Sims, Derek Law, all gone. Jorge Lopez unsigned. Their lineup looks like. Can you guys raise your hand and make a count of every time you know somebody's name? James Wood, C.J. Abrams, Dalen Lyle. All right, guys, we don't know Dalen Lyle. We do.
I know Dalen Lyle.
Dylan Cruz, Luis Garcia Jr., and if you just know him as Luis Garcia, you're wrong. Hebert Ruiz, maybe he'll finally work out. Brady House, Abimelec Ortiz, and Jacob Young. With a bench of Drew Milas, I actually don't know how you say his last name, Andres Chaparro, Nasim Nunez, and Joey Weimer.
Got 10.
Again, a starting rotation ace of Miles
Michaelis.
Oh my god, dude.
Bro. This
Can we play a new game?
team-
Can we play a new game? Can we play a new game? We're playing a new game. Miles
Fine.
Michaelis, 37 years old and 191 days. In 10 years of MLB service time, can you guess his stat line? His career stat line.
He's
241
got like
games
a-
played, 213 games started,
Like a 4.10 ERA.
4.24, 72 wins, 75 losses. Adam, 10 years of MLB service time. What is his WAR?
11.2.
10.6.
Oh, it was so close.
Currently injured, which I think this first one is important. DJ Hers had Tommy John in in April of last year, so he should be back at some point. He's supposed to be good.
I mean
65 and a half wins. There's nothing to talk about.
Look, Kate Cavalli could be good. Kate Cavalli could be good.
Sure.
yeah, he could. This time last year, we were talking about this team as a squad that, was on the precipice of maybe building something cool and had some really interesting prospects in CJ Abrams, James Wood, in who's the other one that's name is escaping me right now?
Brady House.
Cruz, Wood, Abrams. Those were the big three, I guess. But then everything that could have possibly gone wrong did go wrong. And then
Whoa.
they sold their best starting pitcher. And I think now what we have here is a team that has decided that they've missed their window before the window has even started.
I have a question.
You tend to do that.
You guys remember when J.B. Pritzker won $1.4 million out of playing blackjack?
No.
No.
Do you think he was sitting next to C.J. Abrams?
Probably not.
It is possible. It's more likely than you'd think.
65.5 wins.
Under.
Under.
Sorry, was that too quick?
Under. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, John, you will start us off with your first place team
Shit.
and how many wins they have.
Can like I picked the
You will
Meteor.
all write it in yourselves at the bottom of this page.
I picked the Meteor, man. I hate this. I hate this so much. It's gonna be the Mets.
I also have the Mets, and we have them
Let's make
at
it-
a 90.5. Adam, you had them under 90.5. John, you and I both had them over.
Yes, I have them as division winners as well. I have them as 89 game division winners.
Let's see. We're all just silently doing math to figure out how to add 162.
Yep.
This is
John.
exactly why we should input these records after. Mr. Sansone, your second place team.
Your second place team.
The Braves. I think they're gonna get second. Look, I'm taking the Cope. I'm huffing the Cope. 89 and 6-7. I'm taking the Cope.
Adam, you're on your second place team.
My second place team is the Miami Marlins. I have them winning 86 balls.
I have them the Phillies. I have them at 90 wins. Because why not? Thoughts?
Not really.
Point made.
John, your third place team.
I think I messed up the math there. It's third place team's the Phillies.
Okay. With how many wins?
86.
My third place team is the Marlins. With
Really?
83 wins.
My third place team is the Braves. I have them at 87.
John, your fourth place team? John somehow has this division being the best division in baseball right now.
Marlins.
How many wins, John?
I think I might have flipped that. Hold on. Yeah, I think they have 77 wins. I flipped
In
that
this
around.
episode, all three co-hosts get tripped up by math.
My fourth place team is the Atlanta Braves. Sorry, John. 75 and 87.
Yeah, I got the Phillies finishing fourth, 76 and 86. This is just the year that the wheels fall off, as it were.
We have a consensus last place team. The Washington Nationals. John, your record for the under of 65.5. Ooh, it's close.
63 and 99.
Interesting.
Just avoiding the 100 loss, yeah.
I have them at 58 and 104.
I'm lower on them than the rest of the gang, evidently 55 and 107. I think the Nationals very, very bad.
Do you have the Rockies having a better record than that?
You'll have to wait until the NL West preview to find out.
Oh my god.
A little prediction here. John has them at 120 losses. Just enough to make Adam kill himself.
Things. We're doing some interesting things.
John, the grid.
Max
It's a
Cruz, a
3 by
3x3. With 3 rows and
With
3
9
columns.
intersections.
You can put teams or stats in.
Yeah, so there's teams, and then you match them.
You know, you do
the
it.
teams
You do
today-
it. You
the
do it
roads
then.
are
You
the
do it
Los
then,
Angeles Angels, the San Francisco Giants, and we play for Rings in the Desert, Arizona Diamondbacks. The columns are the Mets played left field a minimum of 1 game, played left field a minimum of right game.
What?
Huh?
Played right field a minimum of 1 game. Corner outfields are the last 2 spots.
Played left field for minimum right game.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
Yeah, what do you got?
There he goes.
I'm so I have to pull this up in front of me now because I have no idea what you said.
Shut up.
Okay. Diamondbacks played left field. No, played right
Sure.
field.
Okay.
Is Pavin Smith too obvious? Yeah, because he's
Yes,
there.
he currently is on the team and plays one of those positions, doesn't he?
Fuck. Oh god, there's another like utility guy. It's not fucking Buddy Alexander, is it?
Blaze Alexander?
No, there's like another quirked up white guy.
Worked up white guys.
Stuart Fairchild. Not related to the quirked up white guy comic because he's playing for Team Taiwan.
Point 1.
I have a
Terrible answer, John.
Los Angeles Angel that played right field for minimum game.
Please.
Eric Young Jr.
.05. Great answer. No, great answer.
Thank you. Thank you.
Diamondback right fielder.
So you already answered that.
I meant left fielder.
Great.
Noted Chicago White Sox Dominic Fletcher.
Great job, everybody. Another .1 from John, though.
Diamondback Matt Abraham Almonte. He's played like everyone.
.1 again from John.
Because I'm doping.
Did you just hit the...
When are the suspensions for that going to be released?
I have no idea.
Hopefully it's not right before the regular season. Going back to just John and I. Yeah, tough blow.
We could kill John. We should do it.
We could. I don't think
What
it's
are
a
our
great
thoughts
idea,
on-
but we could.
What are our thoughts on left field for the Giants? Nori Aoki.
Okay.
Can I do right field for the Giants?
No, I was doing right field for the Giants.
But I have a better one, I promise.
Okay, what you got?
We'll go
Dominic
with the
Smith.
better of these 2 options. What?
Dominic Smith.
Okay.
Kevin Pillar.
Okay. You argue amongst yourselves.
I tested him. He's .09.
Okay, we can go with Dom Smith. We'll go with Dom Smith.
You'll have to spell out Dominic though.
I know I did.
For Angels right field, can we do a guy that we haven't said before?
It's Angels left field, but sure.
How about noted guy that no one has said yet, Kevin Pillar.
I feel like Kevin Pillar might work for all of these. Did he ever play for the Diamondbacks?
Was he ever with the Diamondbacks?
Nope. He was Blue Jays, Giants, Braves,
I have a giant Met,
Angels,
if that's all-
Texas.
If that's all fine with you guys. A giant Metropolitan.
Please.
Joe Panic.
Oh,
Joe.
do we have a Diamondback met yet or no?
We do. We just need an Angel Met.
Hmm.
A Metropolitan
Pilar.
Angel, if you will.
Enough.
He's so funny. Shut up.
Luis
Tom.
Guillorme.
Sure. All right, we got a rarity score of 3.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
472 people have played left field for the Giants.
There.
It's easier than right field.
57 people have played right field for the Giants. And then the Angels and the Diamondbacks are newer teams than the Giants, so they have a lot less. Hardest spot on the grid today was a giant Diamondback, because those are fucking terrifying.
Dude, I don't mess with
being-
even regular sized snakes, dude. A giant snake would. No, absolutely not. No thanks.
With all that being said, thank you for tuning in to the Chatting Averages National League East Division Preview. Next week we will do the National League. Just kidding. We will do the American League Central,
Just
where
kidding.
the World Series champion will come out of the Chicago White Sox.
The World Series champion will come out of the Chicago Whites like a chest burster. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's so funny, John. Thanks.
If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're watching on Spotify or listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, feedspot.com, do whatever you're supposed to do there. I think you can comment on Spotify. You can definitely download and rate us 5 stars. If you're watching on the DHS website, look up John Sansoni's name. And with all that being said, thank
If
you so much.
if you are, or somebody you know is Kevin Euclid, send us a Jew Crew t-shirt.
Yeah, if you've got something you want to send us that we can promote on air, send that, I guess.
Bye.